The rate of kidnapping on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway is becoming more worrisome despite the cries for urgent intervention. Suspected kidnappers have attacked another set of passengers traveling on the expressway. According to reports, the gunmen came out of the bush and started firing at passengers of an 18-seater bus in the Shagamu area of the highway. Because this is really getting closer than we thought.
Yes, yesterday we were talking about this the need for governors of the southwest states to get down to brass tacks on this matter. I didn't know that about the time we were sitting here, they were attacking people. I think around 5:40 or so, they were attacking people. The more successful these guys are at harassing and kidnapping our people on that road, the more frequent those attacks will become. There are so many bandit groups all over the place. If a group comes to the southwest, finds one of the forests in this area a good habitation, and they kidnap people, they got away with it. People paid them ransom. I can tell you that more groups from northern Nigeria, from Zamfara, from Katsina, from Sokoto, all of these places are bursting at the seams with kidnappers. They are facing the heat in some areas. They will come here knowing that their colleagues have recorded some successes here. They will come here and we will then begin to see a lot more attacks and all that. What we need to do is to stop. It's easier now.
I agree.
We didn't behave responsibly at the beginning of the Boko Haram insurgency. We allowed it to fester. It became a Frankenstein monster that we couldn't deal with. Till today, we've not defeated that brand of insurgency. If we allow the same thing to happen on that very important highway, the busiest highway in our country, if we allow it to continue, it will only get worse. Already, you look at even the Djibouti area, that on the way to Edo State, they kidnap people a lot. On the old Ibadan Djibouti highway, they kidnap people a lot. But this Lagos-Ibadan Expressway had been relatively safe for some time. But since we are experiencing these attacks now, it suggests that a group of bandits had moved to that area. And if you listen to the accounts of the victims of yesterday's shooting, these guys were dressed in army fatigue, just like the ones who struck for 48 hours earlier. That was the same way they were dressed. Now you see somebody dressed in military fatigue, you are happy that, oh, these are the people who protect us, they're on this road. It gives you confidence when you see security people along the highway. But this, now, at this point, you won't even know who to trust. Since those who are attacking our people on that road these days, wear army uniform. So what do we do? But as I've said before, these guys have their camps in that area. They struck around that Dominion University area. Yesterday it was Shakpadi, or what's the name of the community? It was around Shakpadi that they struck. The boundary between Ogun and Oyo, along that highway, you know, Ogun State, the bulk of that highway, Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, is Ogun State territory. But the boundary between Oyo and Ogun is where it appears these people have set up a camp. The governors of the southwest states, they need to pull resources together, get our hunters, and we have them, get the hunters to comb the forest. Amotekun does that in Ondo State a lot, and they usually make arrests. Mobilize them sufficiently. And I hope that the governor of Ondo State, who is seen as the field marshal of Amotekun security outfit, is listening. He has to mobilize his colleagues, governors of the Southwest, for a major operation that ensures that we nip this madness in the bud before it becomes something that we cannot control, because that is not an area where this sort of nonsense should be happening. We can't close our eyes and watch them turn the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway to another Kaduna-Abuja highway. They've got to do something, and we will not leave them alone. These governors should know that we won't leave them alone until we can see that there is progress, and the animals who are staying in the bush, harassing innocent people, are dealt with decisively.
All right, Paul Dada, like BKO said, more terrifying, these guys appear in military uniform. What is the implication of this?
Well, it's not new. They've been doing that also in the Northwest. They wear fatigues and all of that. For me, we said it earlier that it was happening close to us. It happened in Kogi. It was getting closer to Lagos. It happened in Ondo. It was getting closer to Lagos. It's happening in Oyo. It was getting closer to Lagos. And now it's become much closer. And we need to do something about it. What I'm even worried about now is this, that it can even get closer still because of the construction going on that expressway. Around Mowe to close to Berga now, you have what? You can be in traffic for 3 hours, 4 hours. I experienced it. I thought I was coming very, very early. I was coming to Lagos from outside Lagos very early, and I was stuck in traffic. You could be stuck in traffic by 2 a.m. Now, what we need to do is to put security there. There's no security, nobody to secure you. Area boys are milling around, even around that time. Nobody. If, for example, you are driving around 2 a.m., you want to get out of your car to ease yourself or something, you are a sitting duck. So everybody who travels on that road and is stuck in traffic is a sitting duck. So anything can happen at any time. And this was the way people were crying. That look, this banditry had started. And they were looking until it got out of hand. Now it started to happen around us. If we don't do something decisively and very fast, it could become a problem that will be very difficult to handle. God forbid that kidnapping now becomes the order of the day. God forbid that we now start having school children being kidnapped around us here. Already, we are dealing with the ones in the Northwest and other places. But why do we want to add pain to pain? Look at how long it has taken us to start dealing with those around the Northwest, North Central. We have not even been able to finish the battle. So why don't we just do something now to prevent this thing from deteriorating? Otherwise, we are going to have fire that will be very, very difficult to put out.
All right, BKO. Yeah. All right, let's quickly take Otene from Akwa Ibom. Good evening.
Hello?
Good evening to you. Please go ahead.
Good evening. Yes, I am Etienne and I'm calling from Akwa Ibom. I have a little thing to say. What I want to say right now is that history has it some time ago. It has been either in the late 70s or early 80s. it was the Nigerian youth, the Nigerian students that stood up to speak. And at a certain point, the then Minister of Education was removed from office. Now, I'm speaking with regards to the ASU case. It is time for the Nigerian students to rise up and speak. Because the way I see this thing, it is only the Nigerian students that can call government to order. And I see this opportunity to call on the Nigerian students to rise up and call federal government to be responsible.
Thank you very much,
protect the destiny.
Thank you for your contribution.